Come on into the craft room and let's give these lamp parts that I thrifted a whole new look. Today's episode is a collaboration called Love My Thrifty Flips, and it's presented by Fifth Sparrow No More and House of Fritz, along with several other friends. There's a playlist link in the description for you, so go check that out. Are you ready to get started on this makeover? Let's do it. Before we get started, I wanted to point out that these were not purchased together. They were purchased separately, but the lampshade is a perfect fit for this lamp, which I'm really excited about. I also really do like the kind of bronzy, deep, almost Venetian bronze type of look on the lamp, but I want to soften it a little bit and give it more of a vintage feel. Loving the glass globe here. That is so pretty. And it does have a little crack that's been repaired with some glue, but it seems to be okay. And my number one thing when you are thrifting lamps is try to plug them in when you are there at the thrift store to make sure they work. If not, you'll have to rewire them. Now I have rewired several lamps. This one's in good working shape, but sometimes they can also feel loose, like they're broken. Some people just don't think to stop and just check to see if like a screw or a bolt or something like that just needs to be tightened at the base. So many lamps have just straightened right up with just a little tightening. And this one was a little loose, and that is all that it really needed. And now it feels so secure. Another thing is this part, I forget what it's called on the lamp. I really love lamps and I have them all over my house. I should know. I feel like it's called a heart or something like that, but I could be wrong, so don't quote me on that. It can be removed if you need to use a different shade with it. You can always just pinch it and remove this part if you wanted to use a shade that fit right over where the light bulb goes, the socket part. But this shade is perfect for this. So we're going to be able to just keep it as is. So let's just snap it right back there into place. I just kind of want to show you how easy it is to remove that. Also, you can purchase these individually, apart from the lamp if you wanted to add one to a lamp that you already had. So everything's in working order here, but I'm going to take this little finial off the top because it'll be more convenient for what I want to do to it here in a minute. And the only thing I'm going to do is just take a little baby wipe and wipe all the dust off of this lamp. It's not really dirty at all. It just needs a little wipe down. And then while that's drying, I will get started on the lampshade. Lampshades are so fun. There's so much that you can do to them, so it's kind of hard to decide. But I'm decoupaging today. I have a favorite napkin that I have used on so many different crafts. If you watched recently, let's see, I did the cross, the spring cross. I decoupaged this napkin. There are many others, but that's the most recent thing that I used it for. I got this package from TJ Maxx. I get asked often where I love to get my napkins. I love to go to TJ Maxx, and there's other places like Marshall's or HomeGoods that might be near you, just don't happen to be near me. So TJ Maxx is my go-to place for looking for pretty napkins, and look how gorgeous that napkin is. I think it's perfect pretty much all year round. So that's what we're going to do there. Let's go ahead and wipe this finial off, any dust. And we're actually not pulling out any paint for today's makeover. I do have a product I would like to use on the lamp called Rub and Buff in the color Antique Gold, and we'll come back to that here in just a minute for that application. But let's put this to the side so that we can focus on this amazing lampshade. So I'll need the napkins. I do want to go ahead before I start applying the Mod Podge decoupage glue on the side of this. I'm actually going to take that same rag and I'm just going to wipe off any dust that may be on this shade. That will just help with the decoupage. And like I said, there were so many different things I wanted to do on this lampshade. The ideas just kept coming to me. But essentially, I think that I will love this pattern on here because I just really adore the pattern. And I tend to gravitate towards it for lots of different crafty projects. So I thought, why not? Why not put it on this lamp too? I'm also wiping the inside of the lampshade. This one seems to only have a wire outline here at the top and the bottom. It doesn't have the grid work like this or whatever you would call that, where it's got the little pieces of metal that connect the top and bottom. So there's all kinds of ideas when you strip lampshades. Those are really fun. I have a lot of exposed lamps in my home with Edison bulbs. It's one of my favorite looks. But I try to balance that with some lamps that have shades and some that don't. So This one's going to be perfect for doing the decoupage because it's got that smooth surface. It's already this off-white color, really beautiful, but you can get lamps for so cheap at the thrift store. They really are nice to be able to buy them secondhand and just give them a whole new look. And prep our napkins by getting down to the 1 ply. Whenever you're decoupaging with napkins, sometimes they will be 2 or 3 plies, and you want to get rid of all the plies, leaving you with just the decorative design, which is the 1 ply. I'm going to put a little bit of Mod Podge on the plate here. I love putting a little bit of Mod Podge on my fingers and pulling up the corners of the napkins because it can help me get rid of the extra plies very easily. You can also use maybe a little bit of Scotch tape. Some of them can be a little ornery. You know, you have to work on them for a minute. But I want to try to get, I think it's probably going to take me 3 to 4 napkins to cover this lampshade. So let me go ahead and get all of these pulled off and the plies separated, and we'll come back and start decoupaging. So I now have 4 single plies of this decorative napkin, and think of it like if you had decoupage tissue paper, some kind of specialty decoupage paper. You could easily do that on a lampshade. I also really love using fabric, but I really want the light to shine through here and this give me some brightness. And sometimes, depending on the fabric you use or anything else that you might want to cover this with decoratively, it will kind of dim your light. Time to get some more decoupage Mod Podge glue. You can use any decoupage medium for this, whatever your preference, and then just a healthy brush size. And we're just going to piece this together the best we can, lining up the seams. This has a little bit, it's not a perfect, I don't know what you would call it, where it goes around. It is going to give us a little trouble trying to line up the seams, but we'll do our best with scissors and this to get the look that I'm hoping will love. I'm going to start at the front because this is my seam here. So that's going to be my back. And I'm going to start at the front so I get the prettiest part on the front. Now, this is a fabric lampshade, so it's really going to soak up that decoupage glue. Just like if you were to use paint, you're going to need a healthy amount of it. So I'm going to get that on there just like so and work in sections. So I'm really just kind of guesstimating here to see about how much glue I need to put in this spot before I attempt to put down that first napkin. It will start to dry on you, especially because the fabric is so porous. So you want to work quickly. Okay, I feel like I have a healthy spot of it here. So I'm going to try to make my first lay down. If you want to put something on either side to keep it from rolling around on you, you can most certainly do that. Just tuck that plate here. Okay, so we're going to line this up here. We're just going to kind of press and smooth. And I'm okay with wrinkles. That is a preference for some people. I don't mind decoupage wrinkles because I have a distressed style. The only thing I don't want showing is the creases of the napkin fold. So that is something I am going to try to avoid. I think the wrinkles add a lot of character and they're very forgiving for you to move through the decoupage project too. Okay, I'm going to give a tight cut, very sharp pair of scissors here at the edge. And I might even bring in my sander here in just a minute and get a nice trim on the edge. All right, I'm going to go ahead and put down the rest of this napkin here. Your other option is if it, you know, maybe intimidates you to do the design like this and try to patch it the best you can, you could always do pieces and do it more of a collage look. That's another option. This particular napkin design is very forgiving too because of the way the flowers and the butterflies are on it. Isn't that so pretty? All right, I'm gonna put a little bit more decoupage glue. Told you it's using it up. You could also work in strips. You could cut in perfect strips and try to do it that way as well, kind of like a pleated look. I'm going to worry about making this all look nice in a minute once everything is decoupaged down. If you have any pieces of the napkin that are trying to come up, you'll just want to keep that in mind as you move along the process. All right, before I place this second napkin, something to note, if you have too much overlap between seams when you're trying to do this, then that will show through when you turn your lamp on. So you want to try to just do a barely touching where the seams are just kissing right there. That way that doesn't stand out too bad when the lamp is on. All right, so need more Mod Podge. I'm aware that the fabric soaks up Mod Podge and paint, but you kind of forget if you haven't done it in a little while and you go to put Mod Podge on something like this and you're like, oh, I forgot how quickly that soaks up that product. Okay. So since the first napkin had some wrinkles, we're only focusing on the creases of the napkin to try to get those out. And then I'm going to cut this as straight as I can right down the center here where this starts to really go crooked. That way I can have a better seam for lining up the next napkin. Okay. Didn't do too bad, actually. Now we have another seam that we can line up. Just pressing down and making sure we have enough product. Good. So far, so good. I'm going to cut this off real quick and then we'll line up that other seam with another napkin. Now that we've worked through the two napkins, you can tell what my process is. And now I've already covered half of the lampshade. And so I'm going to need 2 more napkins to finish the other side. Now I'm just going to cut off some more of this excess. And wait till you see how easy the lamp base is going to be to do. This is the most time-consuming part of this lamp makeover. Clear coat I told you about just to seal in all of this decoupage work. I'm going to go over and try to just be a little gentle as it is still drying. While the lampshade is drying, we're going to take the Rub and Buff in the color Antique Gold. We're going to put a little bit on our plate here and give a little bit of an updated look. I mean, updated, I wouldn't say so much so as much as it is just different. And like I said, this is a oil-based wax, like a gilding wax. And a little bit goes a very long way. We're just going to start with a little bit on our plate here. A little detail brush. So let's get going and see what kind of look we can achieve here, what I'm thinking. All right, we're going to start at the base. And it's not exactly like paint, but you can use a brush or I would put on gloves, apply it with your finger. I'm just going to kind of dust it along the surface over the base here, and I can kind of decide how strong I want it. You liking how that looks? It's really cool. Just fun to give something a different look. I'm going to keep going, kind of feathering this on. So I'm going to keep applying this and work all the way up and then come back and then let's see how different it looks. So it has been rub and buffed. I'm still deciding if I want to cover up more of the original or color or not, because I'm loving the gold and thinking about the contrast. But it's kind of hard to make that decision before you put it all together. So I'm just kind of looking at it and touching up here or there, putting a little bit more of the rub and buff where I want to. It dries really quickly. So you'll want to work fast and think that through, or you'll have to use some type of mineral spirits to remove rub and buff because it is oil based. But I'm pretty happy with it. We're going to take, believe it or not, I never put any more of the rub and buff back on my plate than what you saw me originally put out. So I am going to do a little bit on this finial here. I should have put on some gloves for this part, holding this finial like this. Like I said, it dries pretty quickly though. An executive decision was made in this craft room. And I am really pleased overall with how it looks, especially this is the front and this is the back, and the background color of the lampshade before we decoupage really matches the background of my napkin, so it helps disguise some of that. But I'm just going to use this little micro sander, and I'm going to score any of that napkin that was sticking up here and there, because I think for the most part we got a really clean decoupage look. I love the way that black and white just pops off the gold, and then our finial at the top. So we're finished. What do you think? Y'all, such a beautiful lamp makeover. I love it so much. I can't wait to go find the perfect place to tuck it in my home. I hope you're inspired to give something similar a try. And don't forget, today's episode was part of a Thrifty collaboration, Love My Thrifty Flips, which means you've got a handful of other crafty friends of mine that are showing you some thrifting flip ideas too. So go check the description of this video for the link to the playlist. And just a reminder, here's the before and here is the after. May it inspire you, and don't forget, you're amazing, you're creative. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.